What's going on, guys? Thought I'll give you a little update on what's going on with the workshop, as I haven't really updated on it since it was put up. It's been creosoted on the outside, so my first job was to get this creosoted, sort of protect the wood from the elements. That's been done now. Bought this massive 350 litre water butt. I didn't want a massive cylindrical water butt on this patio area, so that's going to end up going down the side here once I've cleared that junk out of the way. It's going to go right at the back there. Next job's to run the gutter in across the back and the workshop. So, I mean, apart from an ongoing progress, it's just bikes everywhere. Loads of projects on the go at the moment, and not enough budget yet to continue with the electrics and plastering, so I'm just carrying on working from here like a sort of big glorified shed at the minute. But today I'm going to have a little tidy up. I've bought these wall brackets, which I was thinking about putting on these wooden beams to hang a few bikes up on the wall. I'm not sure how many I'm going to hang up. Obviously I can't put the motorbikes and don't have the tandems too long, but I just need to get organised because trying to build e-bikes from this is an absolute... There's me guard dog. Yeah, so anyway, to be honest, I've got an absolute ton of, I guess, debts, you would say, to sort of pay off of what it's cost me to do this YouTube workshop build so far. So before I can progress on with the electrics and stuff, I need to get some bits paid off and I need to get a few bikes sold, to be honest. So I have got about 4 e-bikes which are going to be coming up for sale very soon on my page at a pretty reasonable price, decent stuff. So keep an eye out for that. That will help support the channel. But this morning, I need to get organised. Trying to build a bike in here is just getting carnage now. I need to have a little bit of a tidy up and get organised and get on to the next build. I'm probably going to be finishing this off in my next video. It's a 2000 watt Andy Kirby kit, but it's got a 45 amp sine wave controller on there, so hopefully that'll probably be, I don't know, could be 22, 23, 2400 watts. I've had a quick go of it just to test it out. I've obviously temporarily done the wiring on this, but it's actually a lot more punchy off the line. So I'm going to be testing out a few different controllers over the next month or so, seeing if there's a good upgrade option that's sort of more or less plug or play for the Kirby bike kit. I think that'll be quite interesting. We might end up doing a build on this as a separate video today after I've got organised. Yeah, it's just chaos in here. You can see it's a right old mess. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera down and start putting some of these brackets up, see what's happening, see what's occurring. Okay, first bracket's gone up on the wall, and I guess it's a bit of a learning curve. Obviously that's too high up and it's touching the ceiling, so I'm going to have to drop that by, I don't know, 10 inches, 8 inches or so. Should work though. I haven't got a ton of ceiling height, but it should, in theory, work. So let's lower that down a little bit and see what it's like. Right, update. I've got the wall mounts up. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use these once it's plastered. Obviously I'm going to lose a little bit of height. I'm probably going to have that beam exposed. I don't know, I need to speak to a plasterer and get to that stage, but for the moment it definitely frees up a lot of floor space. I've still got a lot of tidying up to do with the middle section, but bought 8 of these wall hangers. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak update on a few projects and just run through the old stuff I got. So obviously for those of you that follow the channel, I've got the 2000 watt tandem, which I think I've done about 43 miles per hour on downhill. That's not really done anything with that for ages. Let us know if you want to see that back on the channel. I did think about getting rid of it, to be honest. I did message Louis Pilgrim asking if him or his brother wanted to use it, but because of their sponsorship, not sure whether they would want to collab, unless I just put a fake Canyon sticker on the frame. The Orange ST4, the lightest bike I got. Obviously that was a 2500 watt hub drive e-bike. I've converted back to a normal bike. I've had all the brakes serviced, new gear lever. It's a lovely bike, and I was going to sell it, but should be getting a mid-drive for this Orange ST4. The white collab with Paradox Kinetics with a carbon fibre motor. Great bike, awesome for serious off-road mountain bikers. I'm probably going to be taking that to a track soon, maybe Phoenix Cycle Works. Something an hour and a half or less from my house. The famous boat bike. Got lots of plans for that this year. Only managed to get out on it once successfully. It is a pile of shit, the bike, but can barely turn the handlebars if the bearings are so seized on it. But yeah, I should be taking it out again and then turning that electric. So I've got some big plans for that this year, which should be a lot of fun. Then you've got the 2000 watt wheelie machine, the rally chopper. My plans for this is to make a budget wheelie bar and just go down the street with this thing horizontal. I think that would be a lot of fun. That's my plans for that. The Yamaha RS100, which worked for half an hour and never worked again. That horrible stain on the floor is from the bike. So what happened with it is the carburetor kept clogging up with rust every time I cleaned it. So I took the petrol tank, which you see here, and I filled the petrol tank up with vinegar. And I was meant to leave it no more than 3-4 days a week, and it's currently been in there for 2 months because I got so busy with other projects. But hopefully it isn't too damaged by leaving the vinegar in for that long. Might have definitely done some rubber seals, hence all the stain on the floor, but I've cleaned up the best I could yesterday with sort of soap and disinfectant and mopped it. Hopefully that'll dry out and not damage the floor. But it'd be good to get that back on the road. I wouldn't mind doing a sort of retro RD kind of inspired paint job and graphics on it and getting that back on the road. It's MOT and tax exempt and it's a lot of fun. It sounds cool because it's a 2-stroke. Then we've got the Dragster Maxi scooter, Suzuki Bergman, which I had to cut the back end off to fit in my house. My plans for it is to take that controller off and use on another project to begin with. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the scooter yet. I've got a 72 volt battery in the frame, which I think would be good for some projects. I may do something with the actual scooter itself, but I just want to use the components for now. And then we've got another 3 machines here. Got a couple of Vitas builds going on there. I'm not going to show you too much of that, but check that bad boy out, 1982. That's a good project starting potentially, well, no, definitely this week. So that's going to be a good one. I've got this, I mean, it don't look like it on the reel, does it? It doesn't look like there's a lot of cable there. Well, say a lot of cable. My garden's quite big, so it's meant to be 95 foot of cable. I've just tried this, which is the conduit I've laid in the garden, which I can show you now, but that's 16mm SWA cable to run electrics down at the workshop. There's the old chopper bike, waiting to be fixed. So yeah, I've got to run electrics all the way up to the top of the garden here. So what I've done is, before I had this concrete path installed, I've laid this conduit which goes under the path down that patio and it comes up in that corner by the workshop. And then I've run another one back which I can run from the circuit board, the RCD, just in case I want garden lights or something. Don't know how easy it is going to be to put the 16mm armour cable through that. It's quite thick, so I'm not sure if it'll push through. But I've run that up to this corner. And they come out there. Hopefully that should be enough to run it into the workshop. I mean, if not, I can just put it, I've got a little bit extra conduit, I can extend it. But I'm just hoping it comes out. Hoping that comes out. I mean, several tons of concrete over the top of it, but hopefully it's not crushed. And that is it in terms of the update on the workshop. I'm having a little tidy up, a little sort out. Absolutely love these wall mount bike racks. Not sure if I'm going to be able to use them once it's been plastered. I think I will, but the bikes might be almost touching the ground. But it's still, it frees up so much space. I mean, yeah, I need to have a massive tidy up now of the centre floor area, but I've got potentially I could start building bikes against that back wall now and have tons of floor space, because at the moment I'm starting project and I'm trying to, you know, I've got a single speed conversion for that 1982 bike, which is somewhere in all this mess, and I just need to get a bit of organisation. Yeah, I'm actually quite excited how the workshop's coming along. A little bit slow and frustrating. Got to sell some bikes, so if anyone's after bikes, I've got plenty coming up for sale, and always make sure they're good quality, decent bikes if you don't want to have the hassle of building it yourself and waiting to have kits sent to you and the postage charges and blah, 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 blah. Check my Facebook page out in the description. I've got plenty of e-bikes coming up for sale. It's all going to help just grow the channel. I'm not rich. I'm not, you know, this is all just supporting the channel to do more e-bike content, finish the workshop and just produce more bigger and better projects. So yeah, little update guys, hope you enjoyed it. Give us a shout in the comments if you've got any ideas for the workshop. Check out my page if you want to buy any bikes, help support the channel. Need to get this workshop paid off, what I've done so far, and move on with more projects. Plenty of projects, as you can see. Obviously I've got other bits in other workshops. I've got the gold chopper, which was blown up last week because I put 9,000 watt for a 1,000 watt hub motor. Plan to get another kit for that soon. Tons of stuff coming up, tons of stuff. So thought I'd give you guys a little update, behind the scenes kind of thing really, because I'm always just doing the projects as a video, and thought it'd be nice to actually show what's going on and what takes time on the channel or money on the channel. You know, it's not all, you know, this workshop was a massive stretch for me. I could have gone for just a tiny little shed, but I wanted the space to be able to, you know, possibly do podcasts and you know, have a really nice little workshop, and it's getting there. All thanks to you guys. So thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting on the channel and watching the videos, and I'll speak to you guys in a video soon.